Hey, good morning everyone. This is Rose Price at Landmark Real Estate. Hey, today's video is about mistakes sellers make when selling their home. So I have several things to discuss about that, about 16 different issues and mistakes. So if you'd like to know what those are, stay tuned. Hey, back at you. This is Rose Price again. So, what are we talking about, some of these mistakes? Well, first, before I even start, it's July 18th. I can't believe we're already past half a year into the real estate market. Unbelievable. And what a market we have had, and now we're into a changing market. So, this is kind of a good topic right now, as some of the mistakes that sellers make when selling a home. So one of the first ones is, especially now, overpricing the homes. It's difficult enough to figure out how to price a home anyway, especially as we have been changing, going back to a more normal market. Interest rates have risen. And so the mistake that sellers are making is expecting the asking price. Especially since we've gone through so many multiple offers and people getting not only the asking price but above it. So this is a mistake, and I would be more cautious as you list your properties, especially now, than any other time. The second thing would be showing availability, being difficult in letting a buyer see the house. There should be really no reason why they can't see it at the timing that they want. Now, I'm sure there are some reasons, but reasonable during daylight hours. The less rules that you have about showing, the much better off it is for you to get that buyer, because they'll just move on. They have other opportunities to look at. So please be concerned about showing time availability. Third thing, I'm sure your realtor has already told you that one of the first things that you do in order to get a home ready to sell is to declutter. But, we have a lot of sellers that ignore this, and it's not a good thing for them. They're unwilling to depersonalize their home and to remove the clutter. Therefore, a lot of buyers get turned off with that, and if they do make an offer, they'll make a lower offer just based on that. And gee, why would you want a lower offer when you could take care of that easily before you even market your home? Another thing is sellers make a mistake is not paying attention to animal odors. Animal odors, yes. So if you have dogs and cats, that litter box should be clean and should smell good, and everything taken care of with your animals. So, and of course, if you have a dog, you need to remove that dog before anyone sees the house, and keep them out for a while, okay, so that the showing can go along nicely. Number 5, seller unwilling to make repairs prior to listing and making costly renovation mistakes. So making repairs, well, let's just think about that. You have a leaking sink and you haven't repaired it. I mean, easy fix. That kind of thing should be taken care of. The more a buyer sees in these little things that haven't been taken care of, they're just going cha-ching, 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 and they're going to discount you on any offer that they may make. And then making costly renovations that you really didn't need to before you put your house on the market, like a total kitchen remodel, or a total bathroom remodel, or things like that that probably were unnecessary. Probably could have gotten your house sold anyway without going through all of that. All right, let's see now. Sellers, number 6, sellers unwilling to negotiate with buyers. Well, you got offended on your first offer. Your house was listed at $250 and you got a $230,000 offer, and now you're ticked. Don't be ticked, okay? Negotiate. If you are at, $250 or whatever, come down $5,000. Just get in the game and play. but don't be offended by any low offers, because surprisingly enough, many times the buyers are just fishing on that first offer that they throw out in the first place. So let them play and you play, and play until you either have sold your house or you're not selling it, one or the other. The next thing is bad photos in the MLS. Your realtor didn't take care of you by getting professional photos. That's what you need, not fly-by-night photos, not your cell phone, but professional photos is what you need to help sell your home. Okay, number 8, home is just plain messy. You know what? You're selling your house. You can't leave it to show the way you live in it. You have to change your habits during the time that you are on the market. So get it cleaned up. I can tell you that now. I'm not your realtor. Would like to be. Guess what? If I was your realtor, I'd tell you, because I know that that's going to be a mistake. So get your house cleaned up, clean, sparkling, smells good, picked up, all of that. Those are mistakes that you can easily take care of on your own. Number 9, especially if you're for sale by owner, you like to play the tour guide during showings, and you like to talk. Don't need to do that. If you're a for sale by owner, let the buyers go through the house, leave them alone, and at the end of their tour themselves, then that's a good time for you and them to have some engagement and to answer questions, okay? So give them a breath of fresh air without you tagging along, because that's not helping everything. They can't concentrate on what they're trying to see. Number 10, picking the wrong agent or not using an agent at all. Well, picking the wrong agent, that can happen anyway. But did you interview anybody? Did you have any quality questions to ask them? Did you test their knowledge of what kind of marketing that they were going to do for you? All of that is important. And if you're a for sale by owner not using an agent, statistics show that for sale by owners, if and when they do sell on their own without an agent, they sell for far less than what they would have had they been with an agent. That can be proven in this market and in just about any market here in the country. Okay, let's see. Selling during the winter months. Well, if you have to sell during the winter months, so be it. Get on the market. But if you can be in the fall, spring, actually the spring and summer is the best time. Fall's getting a little late because school has started, and winter is even tougher, like December and January. But if you do need to go on the market during that time, by all means get on there, get an agent, and start having the home marketed. Selling to unqualified buyers. I've run into that with a few people this year. It wasn't my people, but they've come to me after they've already gone through that, and they said, well, I got 2 offers on my property. And I go, okay, so what happened? Well, buyer really wasn't qualified for the price that they offered. Well, you should have known that up front. There's no excuse not to know it. They should have had a bank letter. You should have known whether or not they were qualified for the price that you were going to accept, and especially up to at least your list price. So that can be taken care of also prior to marketing your home. Next mistake is not understanding the cost of selling. Okay, so you get your house under contract, there's still selling costs. You got to pay for an attorney. You have to pay for revenue stamps. You have to pay for title work. And probably the bigger things that you have to pay for is if a buyer had an inspection and they're asking for repairs, they're probably going to negotiate back to you the cost of those repairs. So don't underestimate it, and make sure you have calculated that you have some extra money to deal with during the sale of this property. Letting your emotions interfere with a home. Okay? I see that a lot. You have to really detach yourself from the home that you're selling. because you're not going to live in it any longer. So you have to get over that. You're moving on. If you don't move on, you're going to make it harder on yourself when you're trying to negotiate to get it sold. So do yourself a favor and detax yourself from that house. And really, if you have the ability to do so, go ahead and just move out. That will help a lot. Taking negotiations personally, that's a mistake. Like I mentioned before, people are only human. If you were on the other side and be a buyer on your own home, trying to buy your own home, you're going to act just like a buyer does. They want the lowest price, you want the highest price. Don't get ticked off, but you get a lowball price to begin with. Remember, work it up. Your realtor should be able to guide you in working that price up. So do not get ticked, okay? Do yourself a favor. Skipping curb appeal. Well, the very first thing, if you want somebody to come in your house, the outside of your house, and especially the front, has to be welcoming, and it has to say, come in, take a look. If it's not, well, you might not get anybody through the front door. You don't want that to happen now, do you? Okay, so I just went quickly through about 16 mistakes that sellers make when selling a home. You probably think I'm a real cruel person. Well, go ahead, think that. But I do know what's best for you. And I want you to be able to sell your home, move on in life, get another home, and enjoy the process. So just think about these things and see how many of them you could keep yourself from doing. And let's not have any mistakes at all. How's that? Listen, I do these videos every week, and I do one video a week, comes out on Mondays. So if you like to stay tuned and be with me every Monday, just subscribe to my channel. There's a button there for you to do so. You can call me at 217-202-8843, Rose Price at champaignrose.com. That is my website. So, until we meet again, have a powerful day.